Good morning, family. We thank God for this beautiful day. How was the weekend? Hope everything went fine. So today we'll be talking about the history of our school, SKB Kiddies Academy, how it all started. I would say that it started from a Bible club, even though the Bible club is still on. It was back then. It should be close to more than 20 years now. So I've had this nudge to start a Bible club around my area. Then I was living at Obiago. So I was like, I kept on procrastinating. So there was this day, there's this birthday party in my compound. So there's children came, they were dancing. But there's this particular child that was really dancing. That girl should have been more than 7-8 years from my distance. So I was like, the girl was dancing very well, and she bent down, she was twerking. I was like, this girl, where did she learn all these things from? So to the extent that even the MC had to come, I was like, stayed at the girl's back. That small girl was twerking, he was also twerking, not twerking. And at the end of the day, they'll ask her, how you dance so well? Where did you learn these things from? So like, I go to club. Okay, I kept quiet. So after the whole thing, the thing ended. So but because of that thing I saw, I think I now had to move. I had to move. I had to start going from house to house, room to room. I will tell you, please, I want to start a Bible club around here. Please, can you allow your children to come around? Some will say yes, okay, we'll come. Some will say I don't have time, we're busy. But I couldn't stop. I was just going around telling people. I went to that particular girl's house. I think there were like 5 or 6 girls in their house. So I told the mom, please, I want to start a Bible club. Can your children come around? She said, yeah, no problem. Come. So that was how I started the Bible club. So at the end of the day, a few children came. I started in my living room. We stayed in my living room. I'll call them. I think I made it a daily Bible club apart from Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So we come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, Fridays. I think we also come on Saturdays. So it's like 1 hour Bible club from 5 to 6. Before 6 we are done. So we are doing it we are like 4. We start like 4 or 5 in my living room. People started coming. So from that living room, I saw that my living room was becoming so. It's not conducive for us again. So we started using the balcony. So we are still using the balcony. At the point, the crowd was much, so we had to come downstairs. So in our compound, I had to come down, and beside my brother-in-law's window, we started. I built 4 benches. Yes, 4 benches, and we started. We stayed there. Initially, I was scared. I was like, this is somebody's window. My brother-in-law allowed us to stay there. Children, their noise. But fortunately for us, there was no problem. There was no qualms. He was okay with it. In fact, he supported us. Sometimes he buy gala for us, buy biscuits for us. So we're there. We were increasing to the point that we reached close to 100 children. It became too big for me, so I had to start inviting my fellowship members. Please come and help us. We have many children. Well, today, come and preach today. Come and start today. So we're doing it. They were coming. Some were coming. Some were not coming. So we are doing it. Most times we have birthdays, celebrate birthdays, we celebrate all these things. Children, they love these things. But make sure whatever I'm doing, I have a goal, I have a purpose, that Christ may be formed in them. So that was how it started. We were doing it. So in 2016, my house got burnt. Yes, our house got burnt down. In fact, we lost close to if not more than 95% of all our properties to the fire. So that in fact we lost even all my certificate, everything. When I said I lost almost 95% of my things. That was how bad it was. But that's a story for another day. So that we paused. Because of that we paused. Because we had to. We are homeless, kind of. We are homeless. We don't have anywhere to stay. Our house is burnt. But things, I gave thanks to God. So, but after the fire incidents, my brother-in-law accommodated us. Brother-in-laws, yes, too, up and down. They accommodated us. So we stayed for weeks in their house. We were looking for accommodation. So After some time, I saw that our stay there was not really very convenient for them. So I started looking for a brethren they can stay with. So one of our fellowship members accommodated us, me and my children. So we stayed there for months, still looking for accommodation. So finally, we got accommodation. That's 2016. That's a month because this thing happened in September. I think before December, got accommodation. Yes. So we moved to our new accommodation. Moved there. But I was still going from the new residence back to Biag for the Bible. All the children are there. They are waiting. I will go with my children. I will go with my children. I will go with who again? I'll go with all my children. We'll go for the Bible club. At the point, because I was not mobile, we used to use keke to go. I would take keke, go and come back. So it was becoming very, very burdensome for us. But this particular day, I made up my mind that I'm going to stop Obiak Bible Club. Maybe I'll start in my new residence. So we are going for that Bible club. I entered one keke with my children. I think I'm not used to talking to my drivers in public vehicle when I enter. But when I entered, the man started talking to me. I was like, some of the whole thing is that he was like encouraging me. Whatever I'm doing for the Lord, I should not stop. I should keep on doing it. When I did not tell him anything, I should not give up. I should keep on, even though it's not convenient. So after that incident, after that conversation, I thought that I have to continue, even though it's difficult. I asked God for grace, so I was doing it. So later on, I felt I had to stop. So I had to stop, and I started the Bible club in this my new residence. Again, it was like starting all over again. We started from my living room again. We were coming, they're bringing their children. My neighbors were coming, so I was teaching them also. After some time, part of the living room became unconducive for us. We came downstairs again, used our chairs downstairs. We are still doing the Bible club there downstairs. So after some time, the crowd was much. So I now shifted it to my shop. So that was where we now went, and we will continue the Bible club. People were coming, children were coming, far and near coming. So after some time, due to financial issues, we had to start, even though the Bible club is still on. Some parents came to me and said, I was like, can you come and teach my children at home? Even apart from the Bible club, I teach them home lessons. Well, no problem, I can come. So that was how I started home lessons. I will go to your house. There's a particular doctor I used to go to your house. I will teach her children. They'll pay me at the end of the month. So I also, other schools, I teach Aligned Phonics. Yes. So I go to some schools, I teach phonics, I teach moral instruction, so that was how I was just going and teaching, and I was getting small money. So that is it. So after the whole thing, from going to the homes, I saw that many parents are now want me to come to their homes. I cannot just, it was not okay for me. So I now told them, instead of going to your homes, why not you come, let's stay in front of my shop or inside my shop, so that I will teach your children. Some obliged, some started coming, some started bringing their children. In fact, at the point I had to employ 1 or 2 people because many people were coming. So for extra lessons after school, they come, I teach them, they pay me monthly. So that was how I started. But even in all these things, the Bible club was still ongoing because Bible club, I make sure I finish everything before 5 p.m. so that the Bible club can start. So that was how I was doing it. So I did it for some time. Then, during the COVID, because of restrictions, I stopped teaching the lesson in front of my shop. But even at that, parents still bring their children to my home. It was not really easy, but we had to use this effect. I used all those things. There were a few people were coming to the house, and you used my living room for the less extra lesson. So at the end of the day, September that same year, 2020, I was led to start formal school. Not extramural classes against formal school. And I used my shop. It was in a big warehouse. So I closed down the shop, opened, partitioned it. It's plywood. It already has toilets inside, so I partitioned it with plywood, and it became a nursery school. That was how we started. Started like with like 4 or 5 children, and before you know it, the whole place was filled up with children. So I was thinking of what to do. How do I go about it? Should I? I wanted to rent another apartment upstairs in my where my shop was, but it was not easy. So I said, okay, after some years, let me just use let me move the primary section to another place. So what we did was that the primary section, we have that Obiago house that was burnt. It has been renovated to an extent. So I said, let me just use that our apartment in Obiago for the primary section. So because it was a kind of family house. So after every day we use our bus, we take the primary section children to the primary section, and I bring them back. The point, it was also not convenient and very expensive. Understand? Because our fees were very low that time, it was very difficult for us to maintain. So at the point, I started thinking, let me just get somewhere around this our area where we children will not be using bus to go to school. So that was how we started looking around for any other apartment that we can use, because that place was not comfortable for us again. So as God will have it, we got a place at the back of our school apartment. Even though that place was somehow dark and small, but because we needed to expand, so we had to get that place, and that was how we used it for our primary section. So we used it for some time. The place also became overpopulated, that we really needed to move. But there's this problem: our school was not approved by the state government. And without approval, there are certain things you will not do. And I'm one of the persons that believe that whatever is worth doing is worth doing well. So I started thinking of where to get a place, so that the primary and the nursery section can be together and be conducive for a school, so that after inspection from the state government, we can be approved. So that was how I started praying about it, telling God about it. I needed a bigger place. And as God will have it, God used someone to get a place for us at Independence Layout. So not only that he got a place, he furnished the place. He equipped the place to a standard school, to the extent that after a series of inspection from the government, the school was approved as a standard school, nursery primary school. So that was how we got here. Understand? And even though most of our students still come from, so now the problem is now how do we move those who are there to this our new site, as Independence Layout. So in order not to make anybody feel bad, I decided that we'll be taking those that were interested, that they can come to our old side, that's the nursery section we will still have up to today. They can come there, use our vehicle, transport them to this place at either little or very small money, just to make sure that they're not left behind. So many of them were interested. Some also dropped because they could not afford it. So we now had to move those that were interested. So every morning they come there, we carry them to our new site. After school, we take them back to that place. The parents will come and pick them from there. Those that live around these are new sites, they come on their own, they go on their own. So that was how we got here. So we thank God for his mercies past received. So when you see SKB Kids Academy, we didn't just start today. We didn't just wake up. I started, so let's just open a school. No, I was led. And I was given the name, I was given the motto. And the motto is what? Raising godly seeds. Children that will be academically and spiritually sound. The Bible says, train up a child the way he will grow. And when he grows up, not depart from it. If you don't get these children while they are still very small, if you don't teach them the word, you will struggle with them. If you don't give them Christ, they will give you crisis. So if you get them when they are still small, even if they derail in future, because the seed has been sown, they will still come back to it. And besides, academically, we make sure we are one of the best in Enugu. We use up to this, what will I call it? One of the most recent equipment to teach. And our teachers, almost all our teachers are qualified. So we make sure we go for the best. So you can come in and take a tour and see what we're doing. Thank you very much for your time. We'll see you in another video. God bless you.